All right, we back. Sorry about that. And for those of y'all that's joining us, we'll take over with the NFC. I really have to figure out why it keeps kicking us out because it's like the third or fourth time in a row it has done that, which is pretty irritating. Technology is what technology is, but there's preventive measures that needs to happen. Frustrating. All right, give me a second to get everything up and running back without any delays. Boom. And we'll leave that off. All right. We are fully back. We won't play the intro. We'll just go right into the NFC and y'all could just join in when y'all get on here. Off to you, Philly.
Where was I? Oh, NFL. Bears and the Packers. Bears are at home. Packers on the road.
Yeah, it's a tough one to kind of think about, man, because like I said, the quarterback situation with Jordan Love. So the the Packers are forced to play Jordan Love, even though he's been injured. So one day ago, this according to ESPN, Packers head coach Mike LaFleur confirms that Love will serve as the team's starting quarterback on Saturday for the wild card game. Uh, just a couple weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, he sustained a concussion. So I guess he cleared protocol, and now he'll be the quarterback. So it's not a ligament injury or anything. It's just a concussion, but he'll be back in. With that being said, I keep trying to go against the Bears, and every time I get smacked in the face, and I need to stop doing that. See, my CPU right now is at 30% used. I don't know why. Enable performance mode, editor content. But anyway, I'll worry about that in a second. So I see what the problem is. Is my CPU's running too hot. Anyway, uh, I'll quickly just go with the Bears. I'll go with the Bears in a tight game. I think it's going to go to overtime, and I think it'll go down to a touchdown, kind of like it just did not too long ago. 17-17 to overtime, so 24-17, the Bears. The Bears.
Well, these guys obviously the division foes, and they've matched up twice this year. They went 1-1. Bears won the last one in overtime in the thriller. I am not convinced with the Bears. Bears look good, but I don't know. I just think I am not convinced. I'm gonna cut to the chase. I actually think I'm going with the Packers. I'm gonna go Packers 24-21.
Wow, we can't get agreed to
24-21
anything. Only
Packers.
game we agree on is the Patriots and Chargers.
Yeah, it's just this season is too close, man.
Yeah, it is. It's very
It's
hard to
too
predict.
close. So Packers 24-21 uh, in Chicago. Next matchup, you got the San Francisco 49ers versus the 2025 Super Bowl champions, your Philadelphia Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory.
That's
Okay.
right, ladies and gentlemen. Your Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles, back in the playoffs again for the Doses, ready to defend our title against the lowly San Francisco 49ers. I'll let you go first.
Yeah. Excuse me. What's up, everybody on YouTube land, man? We got 28 people in here watching us. Ain't nobody saying no comments. Ain't nobody subbing up. Man, what the F is going on? Y'all like what y'all hear? Let us know. Uh, this is kind of an easy one, and it all comes down to the 49ers not being healthy. They haven't been healthy all year, but the Eagles defense against the 49ers offense, I give that to the Eagles. And the Eagles offense against the 49ers defense, I give that to the Eagles as well. So I will go this first round. I will go with Philadelphia. They are, I think they're 5.4 and a half point favorite. I will give them 10 points in this game. I think the 49ers will score 20. I think the Eagles will score between 27 and 30, but I'll go with the higher end. No, I'll go 27. 27 21. 27 24. Let me stop. 27-24 Eagles. 27-24
Mm,
Eagles.
mm. Yeah, so the Niners are injured, they're banged up, but they still have their offense is really good. Brock Purdy is good, and this is like a revenge game for the Niners. Last time we played them, we kicked the living snot out of them. I think in the playoffs. I think no, I take it back. The Niners beat us, I think, in the wild card a couple of years ago. And then the year before that or something, we beat them before we went to the Super Bowl when we put out we put out two quarterbacks before we went to the Super Bowl. So this is a revenge game. I will warn 49ers fans, do not mess with the Rocky statue. It did not go well last time when you did that. So leave
Interesting.
Rocky alone if you know
Okay.
what's good for you. So Eagles offense, I have a feeling, even though it have not shown this throughout the year, that the offense will click. Will they put up a lot of points? No, but I think it will be enough to complement the defense, and the defense will do its job. It's going to be tough. Niners are going to score, but Eagles will pull it out. I'm going to go Eagles 24, Niners 20.
Only 20 points. Can I
Yep,
give you an interesting fact? You're
sure.
gonna find this very interesting.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey, one of the best running backs in the NFL, had 12,002 yards this season. You know how many Saquon had?
What's that?
11,040. Or excuse me, 1,140. He was only 62 yards behind McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And people would
Don't
say
feel like it.
Saquon. Yes, I looked at like Saquon. I don't remember him having over 100 yards probably for only one game. And it felt like
No, he got for like
McCaffrey.
2 or 3 games, but it's because no, I'll let you finish. I interrupted. Go ahead.
It's because McCaffrey, I think he gets a lot of passing yards. He has the most passing yards and rushing yards on the team. And then
Mm.
Devontae Smith got 1,000 yards barely, but AJ Brown is nowhere to be seen.
What you
But
mean? What are you talking about?
but if I could finish my point,
All right, good.
and
I'm
then
waiting. Go ahead. Hurry up.
another interesting thing is Jalen Hurts, who I don't give any props to as being a quarterback or throwing the ball, had 3,224 yards this season. Brock
Yep.
Purdy only had 2,000,
Yep.
almost over 1,000 yards less than Jalen Hurts. So this is another reason why I'm picking Philly. And you know what's crazy? 49ers had what were they, 12-5, had a better record than Philly. Now, Philly had a gauntlet schedule, but
Exactly.
still, I'm like, man, they only lost 2 games away from home or away from the division. Excuse me, 5 games total. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So before I continue my comment, let's go back and address what you just said about AJ Brown not being present. Last I checked, they both got 1,000 yards receiving. I don't care if it's 1,001, 1,002. They both got 1,000 yards passing. And to your point, through your surprise of Jalen Hurts having over 3,000 yards passing, more than Brock Purdy. So that should tell you something. Although this year we passed more, but even with that, Saquon still had over 1,000 yards rushing. Now, the reason why they didn't give Saquon a lot of fanfare because of it, because he had like over 2,000 yards last year,
Yeah.
and he was doing like breakaway runs. People were used to Saquon Barkley just breaking away from the whole team and scoring 60 yards, 80-yard pops. What wasn't happening that way this year? And you know what? It was frustrating for us as the Eagles team or Eagles fans. But you know what? Look, long as we win in games, that's all that matters. Saquon Barkley did his job. So anyway, now back to my point. You got McCaffrey just barely inched him over 100 yards in rushing. And then you look at McCaffrey had more carries. He had 311 carries for the year. Anyway, Eagles defense is going to be the key, although the 49ers will still put up points. I think the Eagles will put up at least 24. I don't think it'll be all offense. I see a takeaway coming from the Eagles that will lead to some points, maybe interception return, maybe a fumble. But anyway, Eagles 24-17 at the link, and they move on to the next round.
All right.
Then we go to the final matchup in the NFC. You have Super Bowl favorite, or most people think, the LA Rams with Matt Stafford at number 5 going up against the lowly number 4 Carolina Panthers in Carolina.
This is the highest point total differential for the whole playoffs. How do you go against the Rams? How can you go against the Rams? The Panthers just barely squeaked in. The poor NFC South division is horrible. I think Devontae's back. Let me check on this because yes, Devontae's back. So they'll be fired up with Puka and Devontae. Of course, they're 2-star receivers. Of course, they have their running back still, Williams, who will get all the goal line carries and basically all the carries. I think Carolina will keep it close. I don't see 10 points, but I'm going with the Rams. I'll go with the Rams. I'll say it's going to be a higher scoring game, probably the highest scoring game of the week. I'll say 35-28. No, 35-24. Yeah, 35-28. 35-28. I like that.
Mm.
This is in
Oh,
this is in North Carolina too.
yeah.
Yeah.
hmm Before I give our predictions, I want to go back to one of the our fans that commented about Zach Bond and the Eagles being injured. I just did 2 extensive internet searches. No mention of Zach Bond being injured. Nowhere. So don't know where he getting this stuff. And I looked up Zach Bond, Adam Scheffler. Nothing.
Okay.
So don't know where he's getting that. Fake news, Eagles fans. Fake news. Now on to the prediction. Not much to talk about. It's the lowly Panthers. Man, you're like popping. That's weird. But lowly Panthers, Rams are studs. Los Angeles Rams over the Panthers. I'm going to go 31-17. Rams over the Panthers.
Okay.
31-17.
Well, we'll cut the show before the show cuts us, man, because I don't know what's going on. We'll fix it. I think I see the problem, but we'll fix it, man. So we'll be back on Sunday, hopefully with a good quality show. Thank y'all for joining us for the show. Now y'all hear our predictions. Love to hear yours. Drop it in the comments for both NFC and AFC predictions that we did 2 shows, 2 30-minute shows today, pretty quick. So yeah, let us know. Let us know. Any last minute comments?
Go Birds.
Rob said you got his same prediction, 31-17 Rams.